In this video, I'm sharing 5 things you should do every time you get paid. Those simple steps can help you save money, build wealth, and get control of your income without working any harder. Stick around to the end because I'm going to show you how those habits help me become the first millionaire in my family. Distinguish between wants and needs. You know how we all say we are good at budgeting, but then Amazon happens or Uber Eats pop up again? Yeah, I have been there. The first thing we really need to get down is separating what we want from what we actually need. Trust me, this partial is crucial, but also way tougher than it sounds. I get it. Cutting back on those little things can feel like pulling teeth, especially when they seem so harmless. But those little tricks stack up in ways you will not believe, and over time they secretly robbing you of financial freedom. Let me tell you, even if you think you're pretty frugal, do this exercise anyway. You might surprise yourself. Grab a pen and some paper, and let's split it into 2 columns, wants and needs. Now, the next step might sting a bit, but it's worth it. Go ahead and pull your last 6 months of bank statement. Yep, all of them. Start highlighting every single recurring expense. Forget about one-time purchases for now unless you are out there buying random stuff all the time. The real enemy here is those small recurring expenses that sneak by unnoticed but add up over time. Once you have got your highlights, sort them into the column. The need column should include the essentials, rent, insurance, bill, groceries. Basically, if you can survive without it, it's not a need. Your wants column, that's all the fun stuff. Diners out, streaming services, gym membership you barely use. No judgment. Here's where the reflection comes in. Add up the total for each side. For example, if your needs like rent, bill, and utilities come to $1,200 a month, then that's your bare minimum. Your financial basement, subtract that from your monthly income, and now you know what you have got to work with. Here's a rule of thumb I try to follow. Ideally, your baseline should be less than 50% of your total income. I know easier said than done, but honestly, aim for something closer to 25%. I know it sounds impossible, especially with rent prices skyrocketing. I have been there too. Back when I was just scraping by, the idea of hitting that 25% mark seemed ridiculous. But with time and effort, it's doable. Especially if you are open to tracking your lifestyle a bit. Maybe you are living in a pricey area right now. Could moving a bit further out and commuting save you some cash? Could you downsize your car? Heck, sharing a place for a year to save up could be a game changer. Short-term sacrifices for long-term gains, right? But hey, if cutting back is not an option for you, that's cool too. In that case, it's time to look for an increase in your income, whether it's pushing for that raise, taking on extra hours, or starting a side hustle. Your earning potential is usually way bigger than your saving potential. And trust me, I get it. I did not grow up with much, and it took me a long time to get where I am now. But that's why I'm telling you it's possible. Build your safety net 20% rules. Once you figured out your baseline, the next step is all about safety nets. Yes, that's emergency fund that you keep hearing about, but might not have gotten around to yet. Ideally, you have about 50% of your paycheck left after covering the essential, and rather than blowing it all of it, I recommend putting 20% into a high interest saving account. Here's a pro tips. Use a different bank from your everyday account and make it harder to dip into that fund when you are feeling tempted. This fund is for emergencies only, okay? Not for spontaneous weekend trip or some new shoes you really need. It's for when life throws your curveballs like medical bills or your car breaking down. Trust me, you'll sleep better at night knowing you have got that cushion. Ideally, you want this fund to cover at least 3 to 5 months of your baseline expenses. 6 months is even better. I know some of you might already be thinking, I'm fine, I have never had an emergency, but life does not care about that, and honestly, that peace of mind is priceless. Imagine losing your job tomorrow. Will you have enough to get by? If not, it's time to start building that fund. Now, let's talk about debt. I know it's not glamorous, but here's where you get your guaranteed return on investment. Yes, I said guarantee. If you are drowning in high interest debt, there is no point in trying to grow wealth elsewhere. It's like filling a bucket with a hole in it. So let's take 30% of your paycheck and put it towards knocking that debt out. There are two main strategies for tackle debt. The first is the avalanche method. Here you focus on paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first, which mathematically makes the most sense. The second is the snowball method, where you pay off the smallest debt first. And this works more on psychological level because you feel like you are making faster progress. Personally, I am a fan of the avalanche method because it saves you more money in the long run, but do what feels right for you. Picture this. You have got a credit card with a 20% interest rate, a car loan at 15%, and a loan from your family with no interest. The avalanche method will have you focus on that credit card first because it's costing you the most. Once that's done, move on to the next highest. In the end, you will pay off the debt quicker and with way less interest. Sponsor time. This video is sponsored by Multigain, the ultimate anti-detector browser designed to help you bypass website restriction and avoid bans. With 9 years of experience in the industry, Multigain lets you manage multiple accounts and automate action across websites with ease. Whether you are handling affiliate marketing, social media management, or even crypto transactions, Multigain has your back. With Multigain, you can manage multiple accounts from one dashboard, automate action using popular tools like Selenium or Puppeteer, and even discreet automation from Anti-Bot Tractor. Multigain comes with premium residential proxies from over 150 countries, giving you maximum authenticity by using real system fingerprints. It's perfect for tasks like affiliate marketing, price intelligence, or managing social media accounts. Price plans are very flexible depending on your needs. You can try it out for 3 days for free using the codes below in the description. Invest in 35 to 40% rules. Once your emergency fund is solid and your high interest debt is tackled, it's time to start investing. I know investing can sound intimidating, but hear me out. This is where the real wealth building happens. I suggest putting 35 to 40% of what left into a tax advantage investing account like a Roth IRA in the US or stock share ISA in the UK. The beauty of those accounts is that they allow you to invest without worrying about capital gain tax. And honestly, if you're not taking advantage of that, you are missing out. And here's what I love about investing. It's like putting your money to work while you are busy living your life. Personally, I invest in low-cost index fund like the S&P 500. Historically, they offered an 8 to 10% return annually. That might not sound like much, but thanks to compound interest, it's add up over time. If you were to invest $250 a month and just let it ride, you could end up with over $1 million by retirement. It's the slow lane to wealth, but it's work. Here's the key though. Set up automatic investment. This makes sure you are consistently investing without having to think about it. My son started putting away about $6 a day into the S&P 500, and after a year, he was completely forgotten about it until I reminded him. When he checked it, his investment has grown by over 13%. Not bad for something he did not even have to touch, right? Now, if you are like me, you don't want to wait until you are 65 to start seeing major returns. And here's where we take a little bit more risk. I recommend putting 5 to 10% of your paycheck into a side hustle or business ideas. Don't go all in and neglect your other investment though. Here's why. When you are working with a smaller budget, you are forced to be more creative. You will find gaps in the market and opportunities that wealthier people overlook. I have been there, starting small, bootstrapping, and figured out things out as I went along. It's not easy, but it's rewarding. And honestly, when you start making that extra income from your side hustle, you can use it to accelerate your investment or pay off debt even faster. Finally, let's talk about the riskiest play of them all, which is cryptocurrency. Now, I'm not saying you should go all in on this. It's quite the opposite actually. I recommend putting no more than 5% of your money into crypto. It's volatile, it's unpredictable, and it could all go to zero. But at the same time, it has the potential to grow exponentially. Personally, I have got about 5% of my investment portfolio in Bitcoin and Ethereum. I believe in the long-term potential, but I'm also fully prepared for it to tank. If you are okay with that risk, then it's something to consider. Just make sure you are not betting the house on it. So that's the strategy. It's all about balance, being smart with your money, planning for the future, and allowing yourself room for growth. Now, if you like to learn how to invest in an ETF, make sure to click this one. If you really enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it, like it, and don't forget to subscribe as well so that way you can stay notified whenever we post a new video. Thank you for watching. Okay, I'll see you over there. Peace. Bye.